Dude, what's going on, man?
Not much, man. Not much. Sunday morning, chilling.
Yeah, dude. 4th of July weekend. I'm stoked. So yesterday I was at a sneaker event at what's it called? Sneaker Pop Up San Francisco or Sneaker Pop Up Events.
Okay.
Which is pretty cool. So it was in San Francisco, like off of like Mission Bay area.
Okay.
And the last couple of events that they've had, like they've posted just tons of hype about it, how like they had so many vendors and all this stuff. And so I signed up, and it was still a pretty cool event, but I think it was just like really, or a lot slower than I expected because it was 4th of July weekend. I'm sure a lot of people are out and stuff.
Yeah. So there wasn't a huge turnout?
No. So the field was actually, it was a largish field, but they only utilized like half of it. And dude, when we got there, so the event started from VIP people to like 11 to 12. And then the main entrance is from 12 to 5.
Yeah.
And so my brother and I got there, I think at like 8:30 to get set up. And dude, it was freezing. I brought like a thin ass jacket. I was so unprepared. It sucked. It was misting, super windy, but luckily because he got there early to check in, we got a pretty good spot where the wind was blowing directly at us. And so because I have a giant ass banner that says like S'more Kicks and all this other information on it, we were able to hang it up on this net.
Okay.
Because that way it wouldn't just keep blowing over, because like the entire event, there were so many people that just like they were like had like clothes and sneakers that were just getting constantly blown over. So you were able to like finally figure it out. But overall, it was pretty good. Like a little bit of a lower turnout than I expected, and from what they mentioned. But I think it's again just because of the 4th of July weekend.
Yeah, it could have been. I mean, what was it? It was yesterday, right?
Yeah, yesterday on a Saturday. Yeah.
So you have to go in 8 in the morning, set up. What time did it end?
5.
5? Okay, that's a pretty long running event, but that's good though. At least you got the chance to like be out there and hopefully make connections and stuff like that too.
That's the biggest thing that I always love about going to those events, is that there's always everyone's so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Most other vendors are very cool.
Yeah.
Really chill. They just like want to connect. Like there's some guys. So ever since I started going to events, I want to say it was like sometime last year in July or August at I don't remember what it was, but it was like in San Leandro. And I met this guy who was right next to me. We both got there a little bit later than we expected to because of just like traffic. It was my first event. I completely forgot my table, so I had to stop at a Target to like get a table really quickly.
Okay.
Otherwise I would have been fucked. And a chair, because I don't want to be standing all day.
Yeah.
And so he pulled up towards the very end too. So we were like way in the back. And I've seen this guy at every single event that I've been to since then. And we always message each other back and forth if we're going to the next event or whatever. So it's been cool. Yeah, and it's always really great networking. But a lot of people just really don't know how to act at these events. Like people can be so goddamn disrespectful with their offers of like for shoes, because
$220 for like something that you're trying to sell for like $300.
For some like off-white Jordan 1s, they're just like, oh yeah, like, oh well, I got them. Yeah, people are just like, I get it, but it's like I'm my philosophy at these events is I do a really good price. I always look at what the market value is, price it below, especially if it's used. Like my none of my stuff is really heavily beat, and so I'll go up. I'll look at what the lower prices are, price it somewhere where it's very, very reasonable, and people still like. I get it that they're trying to get a deal, but I also know that when people are just buying to resell it again, and I've had so many people walk up like I was selling a pair of Ash Pearl Dunks.
Okay.
They are Ash Pearl Dunks. Really nice. I think their market price was like $200 for them. Retail's $100. And they were like, the best I can, like, can you do $100? I was like, no, I can't do $100.
Yeah,
like, well, I'm going to try to resell it. It's not easy. Like, I don't give a fuck if you're trying to resell it, dude.
You're like, technically, I'm trying to do the same thing too, man. Like, but I'm trying to get my money's worth of anything.
But for me though, my thing is, I don't consider myself a reseller. I literally so everything I bring is always my size or about my size, or I thought it was my size, and I'm reselling it just so I can
didn't work out. Yeah. And you're like, well, shit. Someone else can enjoy it.
Exactly. I'm buying it so someone else can enjoy it, so that I can go and buy more sneakers. Yeah. Versus people that are just doing it just to try and make it easy, like $20-$40, whatever the hell. And it's just so annoying dealing with those people. I really, really hate those people.
Yeah. So you've heard of Round 2, right?
Yes. Yeah, Sean Witherspoon's store.
Yeah. Yep. So they have a spot in LA, and I remember going one day with a bunch of clothes and sneakers, and I will say the buyout is pretty good there, because although you're not going to be making as much as you normally would if you sell it, or the listing price you would put on Grailed or like eBay. You got to know with all the fees and everything like that they take out, eventually it's somewhat close to the ballpark of what they give you. So I'll bring in my clothes, get in credit or sneakers too, and then I'll just buy something that I really want or been really looking for. But one day I remember I went there, and I don't know if you remember the Yeezy 950 chocolate boots. They were like one of the first designs.
Oh yeah.
That came out.
Or like a mid-calf boot. Is that what they are?
No. So yeah, pull it up. It's the Yeezy 950 boot, and it's almost like a duck boot.
These are pretty sick.
Yeah. So that was one of the shoes I had. I had also the Nike Supreme, I think Spiridons at the time.
Oh, those are dope.
The ones with the flames and stuff.
Yeah, those are sick.
They ran a half size larger than what was advertised, so I was like, well, fuck. Then I got to get these up. But for some reason, they didn't take those two shoes, the Yeezys and the Supremes.
Really?
Or at least if they did, well, they had too many of them in stock.
I see, yeah.
So they're like, it doesn't make sense for us to keep buying it. And I get it, but because they took most of my other shit, so I was happy anyways.
Right.
But out of the two items, those were the two that I was left behind with. So I walk outside, and there's this little kid. He's like maybe like 14, 16 years old. And he's like, hey, bro, what you got there? And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, what you got? And I'm like, just some sneakers, man. He's like, well, I'm looking to buy. Like, show me what you got. Maybe I'll throw you an offer. And I was like, well, fuck it. I'll show you what I have.
Yeah.
So I showed him the shoes. He's like, I'll give you like $110 for these Nike Spiridons. And I'm like,
dude,
what the fuck, dude? Like, I get that you're hustling, and by all means, like, if you're for it, you're for it. Maybe you'll find the deals here and there, but I'm not going to let them go for that price. So I just was like, nah, dude, I'm good, man. And I went my own way. I listed them on Grail. They were there for like almost 8 months, but eventually someone bought them for $250.
Yeah, see?
So I was like, I'll be patient as fuck. I don't care. Like, I got nowhere to go, And eventually someone bought them for the price, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, that's great. I'm always the same way too. Like, I'm never in a rush. I had these. Have you heard of the group called Keto Wears? KITO Wears? They had some Catacomb Dunks that I had, and there was this dude on fucking on OfferUp. Yeah, they're pretty sick.
These are customs though, right?
Yeah, they're custom. Yeah. So they're not actual dunks, but
yeah.
I posted them up for a really good price. Like, I posted them up for $120, which I think is about what I paid for them. They were just way too small for me. And this guy kept on going back and forth. I was like, okay, I might have actually posted him for $140, and we agreed on $120. He's like, all right, cool. Yeah. He's like, I'm going to come by on this date. And I made it very clear in my listing, pick up only around this exact location, which is like just down the block at the fucking Safeway. Because I'm not trying to drive anywhere, because people have been like, oh, well, I live in South San Jose, so like, give me in the middle. I'm not doing that shit. I'm not driving an hour round trip just to make your life more convenient. Like, it says very clearly.
Also, they don't show up.
Exactly.
Then it's like...
Exactly. Then you got to drive all the way back, and it's like, it's not worth it. So I told this guy, it says very clearly, pick up in San Jose at this area. He was like, oh, well, we agreed on this price. And he's like, well, now I can offer you 100 because of gas. Like, dude, go fuck yourself with your gas. Like, I made it very clear. He's like, all right, fine, whatever. And then like an hour or two later, he's like, all right, fine, like fine, whatever, I'll do it. Like, I'll do it. And he was obviously like upset. And I was like, you know what? I don't want to do business with you anymore.
Yeah.
And he sent like a list, just a spew of messages being like, oh, blah blah blah, damn, really, for real, like, thanks for wasting my time, all this shit, and just kept on going on and on and on. Yeah. And then a couple of days later, it's like, oh, come on, man, I really need these for a birthday present for my friend in 2 days. Like, I don't give a fuck what you need them for.
Dude, they'll make all the fucking excuses in the world.
Everything.
To get you to budge.
Yeah, 100%.
And I'm like, I don't give a fuck what's going on in your life, dude.
Exactly. Like, and this guy was just also like, all right, fine, whatever, dude. I'll do the price. Just me. He was like, I messaged him like, dude, I told you no. Like, you need to take no for an answer.
Yeah.
And then so he just stopped responding, and almost immediately I get a message from an account from another person, which I'm 100% sure is him, saying like, hey, excuse me, sir, are these still available? I can meet you. And he just happened to name the exact price that I was going to tell him at. And I can meet you. I'm free today at this exact time that I had originally told this other dude to meet me at. Like, I can do 110 at 1 p.m. today. Let me know. And I was like, dude, I just left him on red. And I ended up selling them to fucking, I think, Crossroads. Like, they gave me like, $80, which I did it out of spite for this fucking guy. I purposely took like $40 less out of spite for how fucking
You're like,
annoying
go
this
to
guy
fucking
was.
Crossroads and find them there.
Yeah, go buy them back from them.
Yeah, and that's why I'm not gonna lie. I try to sell my shit like I try to put good prices there so that way it doesn't have to like stay there forever.
Exactly. Yeah. Same.
If it happens, it happens. But like for the most part, I just want to get rid of it and at least get like a good amount of my money back, if not the same amount that I put in.
Yeah.
If I take a little bit of a loss, it's okay. Like at the end of the day, like you know what you're getting yourself into when you buy a pair of shoes that are hyped for $300. You might sell them for $260, $280. Cut your losses.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I'm not gonna sit there and put deal with all these people online that are trying to haggle you this and that. Like I usually ignore it unless I see something that I'm like, okay, that makes sense. I'll let it go.
Yeah.
And I'll accept the offer or whatever it may be. But if it's like, oh yeah, would you take like a 40% mark off and then you still ship it and then you still get the fucking fees taken out of your shit? So it's like.
And what's nice is that it's a small shoebox. They can sit there, like they don't take up space unless you got a fucking cramped ass studio. But overall, the event was good yesterday. We came up quite a bit, which was nice. It did end in true Bay Area fashion, where it was slowing down around 4 o'clock, and around 4:15. I guess backing up. So imagine like a tennis court where it's gated off, like the gate's really really high, and at this place there was literally only one entrance and one exit that's maybe like 5-6 feet wide, and around 4:15, 4:10 or so, a fight breaks out literally right at the entrance. You hear people yelling, everyone's looking over, videotaping, trying to see what's going on.
Yeah. World star.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone's standing around. I'm just sitting there smiling because I love that shit. But then the guy, so there was security. Luckily, the guy who was like started the fight gets kicked out, and he's over there yelling like, "Oh, just watch, bro. I'm gonna go to my car. I'll be right back. Just watch." And everyone just starts looking around at each other. I was like, "Well, it's time to go."
Yeah.
So my brother and I just like looking at each other, and we're just like quickly packing up our shit in our back in our boxes, because we get those little carts, because there's literally just that one entrance and exit, so we have to go through there. And it looks like he was starting to walk to his car, and like the fight started progressing out of the entrance. So we're just like, all right, let's quickly pack our shit, go to the car, and just bounce before anything turns bad. So of course it ended that way, with a fight breaking out and people threatening and all this shit. But I mean, that's the Bay, dude.
At the end of the day, at least you made it till 4. Right?
Yeah, that's right. And by that point, it was slow enough that we were like, all right, dude, let's get on out of here.
I guess if you're gonna threaten to shoot up the place or some shit, I don't know what he was meaning by I'm gonna go back to my car or whatever.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm not trying to sit around and find out.
Yeah. You did what you came here for. Just get the fuck out, and that's it, man.
Yeah, and around that point, people started doing the same sort of thing too, which is hilarious. So with that in mind, let's jump to another event that happened recently. So in New York City, there was a Nike Dunk High Panda release that led to someone getting knifed in New York. So as the Dunk fever continues to stay high, so shout out to Nice Kicks for this story. This was just like a couple weeks ago. There was a store, HBX, had a grand opening in New York City, where customers had lined up as early as 6 a.m. on the release day, despite the store not opening until 11 a.m. And there was a lot of pushing and shoving until that led to an altercation where a 20-year-old guy knifed a customer. He was arrested, charged with assault, menacing, and possession of a weapon. It was customers who got involved. An unnamed store manager said to New York Daily News, they started pushing, getting closer and closer. They'd been waiting for these new Nikes. It was a mob scene, and the state of the victim is at this point unknown. That is, dude. That's fucking for some Panda Dunks, dude.
Yeah, dude. I was gonna say, if you're gonna stab someone, at least do it for a better shoe.
Yeah, come on.
These
are
gonna go through the hassle of like getting arrested and shit. Like,
yeah,
pick something that's worth it.
These aren't even some like reverse mocha like Travis Scott's that are probably gonna resell for really well. These will probably go. The retail price for most Dunks is about $100 or $110. What would you guess is the resale price right now? Let's look this up.
Right now there's like what, $200 for these Pandas.
So these are the highs, the Panda highs.
The Panda highs maybe a little less, because I feel like the highs are not as popular as the lows.
Okay, let's find out.
I'm gonna go with 180. 180 to 200, something like that.
Let's fire up StockX. Panda high.
Oh shit! Hold on. I think
These are the.
I think I hit. Oh, I don't know. Oh wait, what the fuck?
Okay, so yeah, these are in the
I would not pay
200 or so, which is okay, a little lower, like 2.5 times, 1.5 times over resell.
That's ridiculous, dude.
Yeah, dude, you're gonna have a criminal record for about a couple $100, dude. That's kind of ridiculous.
And okay, and just on top of that, I don't think the shoe should be, because you're looking at the price right now.
Right.
Which is, let's say for my size, $230, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be paying with fees out the door around $270 for these shoes.
Damn.
And I mean, I don't know if we mentioned it before, but I know we've talked about this, about how like a lot of the dunks are not made with the best quality.
No.
And it reminds me of a video I watched. This dude like literally takes like a table saw and cuts one of these Panda dunks in half.
Oh yeah.
To like reveal all the materials
The
and
types
the work
of
that
leather, right?
So the crazy thing about the leather on these is that they use the most imperfect cuts that they have because it's cheap. And
I didn't know that.
And they will layer like this plastic thing on top of it to make it look like leather.
Oh, really?
Because imagine like all the little bumps and nicks that get on the imperfect leather, and they smooth it over with this plastic that goes over it. So if you take a lighter to the Nike Dunk, it'll start melting versus catching on fire
It's
like
a
most leather.
plastic. That's crazy. I think I might have heard of this guy. Does he do this with like a lot of other leathers just to like?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay,
I think he did it with like a Yeezy, and well, I'll look it up. But yeah, I know he for sure did it with like a Yeezy 350 or something like that.
I'm pretty sure I've seen his channel, and I actually really like his channel because he did a pair of common projects. He also did a pair of shattered backboards too. The OG.
Wait.
I know, dude.
Nah.
Yo, dude. I did that. Yeah. That's,
Hopefully, it was worth it for you know.
Honestly, though, from what he's making per video, I'm sure that
like
paid
300, 400,000 views or some shit. You know.
I think for what he's making per video, I'm sure that ended up working out like in his favor, especially since I think he's got sponsors and shit.
Yeah.
But what he ended up doing was he actually made a wallet out of it that he raffled off, and that someone on Reddit won and posted pictures of it. And he was actually talking that the leather on those is actually pretty decent.
Yeah.
I forget what exactly about it makes it different, but they were really, really nice apparently. But dude, yeah, it hurt to watch that video, which is like, I know people are like, oh, that's stupid, you know, it's just fucking pair of shoes. But dude, the shattered backboards, like the fucking OG.
Now they're probably going for over $1,000, right?
I would imagine more than that. Let's see the 1 point. Yeah, these. Okay, what's your guess? What's your guess?
I'm gonna say 1,600
for a size what?
Let's say what's your size?
9.5.
Let's say 9. Me in the middle.
16. All right.
Hey,
I think you're right.
that's close.
Oh, dude! Holy shit! Whoa! Oh, dude!
About
dude.
yeah, about $100 off.
But after fees, honestly, that's that. Damn, that was
you're
dead on.
paying-
That's impressive.
Oh shit! Yeah, you're right. Okay, I was looking at the 9.5 price because it's 1,700.
17, yeah, but for a size 9, 15 plus taxes with all the everything else,
Yep.
that's easily
You're
16.
coming up at 1,600, man.
Damn, dude.
I'm telling you, I considered buying these pre-owned at one point, like for 600-700, and I'm pretty sure that price is out the door now.
Yeah,
you know?
that's exactly what when I bought mine. I think it was 2.5, 3 years ago. This is when I first started my job. So this is about a little over about 2.5 years ago, because I got them shipped to work.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's just like really minor scuffs on them. Are really amazing. And I got them for like $4 something, which is an absolute steal if you think about it now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, really, really nice. But yeah, dude.
I'm a Meniere's are gonna get to that price one day. I could see it.
I agree. I think so. I'm pretty sure they will, especially the leather on them, dude.
Yeah, and that because we're talking about that, and I'm just thinking like, to me, the best sneakers with the best leather had to be between that and the Union ones.
Oh yeah, those are really nice. Yeah, they're incredibly soft.
I've worn that 3 weeks in a row. When I was going between London or even just going out in raves, like I would wear those sneakers and they still look good.
Yeah, the prices even end up around like in the 800s or so, at least for my size for 11 women's.
I literally got these at 400.
Damn,
that's crazy.
I think I got mine
literally
for like
doubled in price,
5 or 6,
or not doubled, but like they went up like 200-300 for sure within the year.
Yeah, dude, these are fucking nice.
That's insane.
Yeah. Okay, so dude, following up from our last episode.
Yeah, I was just kind of scrolling through Instagram, and obviously the Maison Chateau Rouge, which is the first ones we're gonna. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but like these came up, and I do think in terms of like an Air Jordan 2, it was very tastefully done. I like the stitching on the what is it the collar panel. You see how they kind of like
the quarter panel.
yeah.
Okay, this is good actually.
And I don't know. I just like the design elements on it. I think it was tastefully done. It's a white sneaker with a little hint of orange here and there.
Yeah, and I like it. There's like a little bit like a like a speckled
yeah, sole. Yeah,
this is really nice. Do all the Jordan 2s have these like perforations right here along the toe? I don't think so, huh?
I don't know. I feel like a lot of this is like design elements from like a dress shoe or something, like a wingtip or something.
Yeah, I could definitely see that, especially like this like little zigzag triangular.
Yeah,
that's pretty sick.
And it's interesting how they put the little like toe guard in the same color orange. You know.
Yeah, that nice little pop. Yeah, this is really nice. I like that.
It's a clean shoe. I'm not mad at it, and I think the prices on it aren't too bad if you look at the. I mean, they already released, so
yeah. Oh, dude, yeah. These are.
I mean,
yeah, these are $250s or so. So yeah, about average for Jordans, which is actually pretty. Yeah, I do like these though, and even just like on the tongue too. If you look at this little like orange stitching, this is really nice too. And even like the shoelaces, like that kind of like. Oh, God damn it! Let me close this thing. I do like the accents on the shoelaces, like when people actually do. Like little things like this, like having that little orange stitching inside the shoelaces.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty sick.
It's really clean. I think this was for sure tastefully done. And if I had to pick between this and the Dunk Height Pandas, which is around the same price.
Yeah, for sure. These actually.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, these are way more unique. Like, these. I like these a lot.
Well, I get a shoe that everyone's wearing, and I'm pretty sure the leather at least might be a little bit better on this. Who knows? I don't know.
I would imagine so.
But
yeah,
I feel like. For it to be a collab, they probably put more attention to detail and materials with it. You know,
I could be talking out of my ass, but I feel like I would imagine that the Jordan brand maybe has like a standard when it comes to leathers that they use.
Yeah.
That I would imagine a GR like Dunks don't, like the plastic thing you're talking about.
Especially because it's not really expected to be a basketball shoe anymore.
That's very true.
Versus all the Jordans, I think, in hindsight, they're supposed to be basketball shoes before wearing them in the street. But now it kind of has two different identities, right? You have the streetwear identity of what Jordan can do, or the fashion identity, and then you have the actual like design application for the sport.
Yeah. Okay, so the next one are these J Balvin Air Jordan 2 Green Friends and Family. Yeah. Dude, these are so clean.
Fucking sick,
Holy shit.
And I'm pissed that it's a Friends and Family shoe.
Dude.
I shouldn't be showing this because it's going to make people feel like, oh my God,
dude,
like, why are you showing me this if I can't get it?
This is so nice. I'm always jealous about like, there's certain friends and so there's a lot of Friends and Family shoes that I've seen. Most of them are pretty hit and miss for me. The Dunk Paras are pretty sick. I like those.
Yeah.
I think I like the original ones about the same. The other Friends and Families that really just like kill me are just like the Travis Scott purple Friends and Family Jordan 4s.
The Jordan 4s, yeah.
God, those are so nice, and I wish they would release like as an actual release.
Didn't they release a Jordan 4 that almost kind of looked like that?
Yes, and it was just so slightly. It was just off enough that like you know what, it doesn't hit the same.
Yeah,
but these are another ones that are for sure like towards the top of my list of like my favorite Friends and Families that I've seen in terms of collabs. Yeah. This is so nice. I like this really like nice mesh sort of like lining that they have. This is so sick.
And then look at the collar too, right? Or the heel tab, or what would you call that, right? The heel?
The heel cup.
Yeah, the heel cup. Yeah, I like how it's almost like not like a tie dye, but
I think it's a cloud pattern because if you look at the J Balvin Jordan 2s that are supposed to release, I think it's a cloud pattern. Balvin. Let me see.
Did they release already, or
no? They're gonna they were leaked.
Yeah, it's crazy. Also, how Jordan is giving. Oh shit! I
Yeah,
actually
dude.
really like these.
Yeah, right. Yes, same exact thing, but just in green. But I do really like the accents of green. I don't know which ones I like more. They're both really nice.
I like the green better, no lie, but this is still a clean
This
shoe.
is still really clean. Yeah,
I mean-
for sure. I think I have to for sure get these.
It's practically the same shoe.
Yeah.
It's just not, different color.
Honestly, I'm sure if you're savvy enough, like those, like guy like Chef Huel, whatever his name is on Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure you could figure out how to dye these and make them look just like the friends and family. I do like that part of these things glow in the dark, like this, the Jordan wings on the tongue tab
Yeah.
glow in the dark, and I think I want to say the soles also glow in the dark.
You know what?
No,
I
actually, I
think
don't
these
think
are for sure in my radar. I really do like these.
Yeah.
And I will say the one thing that I do like that he accomplished with the shoe is that he made the Jordan 2 look sleek, which I don't think a lot of designs really pull off as well as this one.
No, and especially looking at the ones that we were shitting on last week, like the Amamanier 2s, like
Yeah.
I didn't really like them. It just looks so, I don't know, like it just didn't. I just couldn't imagine any scenario where I would ever wear those. But these are so nice.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love these. Fuck man, these are.
When
so,
did they release?
I think they're rumored for they're still in the
Just
release.
2022?
Sometime this year.
Okay.
Yeah, dude.
Well, we'll keep a lookout on that because that's definitely a nice shoe.
Yeah.